I was born like in a small village in a simple life in the southern occupied West Bank in a small community called Masafriata, about 20 village in that part. My family is farmers like all the families in Masafriata. My relationship was very, very nice growing up to two parents who is activist, brave activist against the occupation, fighting the hard condition of the life. For example, the community didn't have school. My father didn't have the opportunity to be educated, but he fight to build a school for our generation. So I was lucky that they built a school and I was educated and I went to university and all of the children in that area. The situation is very depressing and hopeless. That doesn't mean that we give up, but really bad, going on from worse to worse situation, like with the Israeli settlers, like violence, the home demolition in Gaza. They're killing people. They didn't stop, yes, in less numbers, but they didn't stop killing people. People are also suffering the conditions where they lost their homes. They're living in tents on the sea, under the rain, under the sun. It's really a really bad situation. I always say, don't hesitate to do anything. Don't say to this action, this is small, this will not change anything, this will not do anything. No, you should do everything you can, like share stories, talk about what's happening, boycott any activity that in people's hands that it's possible to do, you should do it, because we need all of us together to change this. We don't have the power to change now, but if we are growing the circle of the people who want to do actions, this might change something, and this will change something. I've been filming since I was a teenager, going around with a camera. I realized early that the problems that we receive in our communities, the attacks, stays in our community because nobody's talking about us, nobody sees us. And the thing that I want from this documentation is to tell the people that we exist in this place of world, and you should know about us and you should help us. So I start filming around what's happening. I start to use social media, writing articles, publishing videos, photos. And then there was like a team of activists, journalists joined me, and we decided to start doing a film out of all the documentation that we document every day. And we start this process like around 5 years ago, working almost every day, like filming or editing. For sure, the success went beyond our expectation. It's very, very big success. But the challenge that I make the movie to change the situation, like to be better, seeking somebody will see and do something. But unfortunately, the movie succeed abroad, but the situation in the ground changed worse than opposite of what we want. No, I knew that when I was there, I told myself, even if I win the Oscar, I'm gonna go back to the same reality, to the same life that I'm living, because those things will not change something. Change need actions, need serious actions on the ground. Our movie, the goal behind it for me is to fight the narrative that says Israel is democracy, what is done is by law. I wanted to show the reality and resisting, like fighting, resisting this narrative and showing that the apartheid system is existing. Racism against us as Palestinians is the daily life by Israeli authorities. You resist through reaching the audience and telling them, showing them the truth and changing their minds. Our suffering as Palestinians with this mainstream Western media is all of the time they're biased. They play with the facts and shows what Israeli narrative want to show. Unfortunately, so social media, a movie like No Other Land, all Palestinian journalists, also other international journalists, activists who fights in order to bring the truth and the reality are resisting this harsh reality. You look at the picture more wide. This Zionist regime is not standing by its own, is not committing genocide by its own, is not having all this power by itself. There is countries, there is other systems that's supporting it. And where are these systems? In the US and in Europe, that funding it with weapons, with money, with diplomatic cover, and for sure on the media part, on the art part, and all this, on the sports, on the Eurovision, for example, they still host this, like Israel as a competitive country while it's committing genocide on football matches. These countries, when they see all this amount of crimes, of genocide happening, of apartheid, this continuation, and you continue normalize and have normal relationship with the regime that commit these crimes, it's a normal situation. And this is why Western mainstream media supporting the Israeli narrative or try to play with the facts. It's because there is a system want to support the continuation of the colonization and the occupation. All people who has audience from my base, I would say these people have responsibility, which is to teach their audience about this case, because this is dangerous for us as Palestinians, but also dangerous for the world, for the humanity.